Hi, fifth graders. This is Mrs. McFarland, and I'm going to go into more details about the Columbian Exchange. When Christopher Columbus landed in the Americas in 1492, he changed history. His arrival set in motion the Columbian Exchange. This was a movement of people, animals, plants, cultures, and even disease between the Eastern and Western Hemisphere. The Columbian Exchange led to powerful changes around the world. Here are some goods that were shared during the Columbian Exchange. For example, Europeans before this time had no potatoes, corn, sweet potatoes, or even turkeys. People in America showed them those items and they were traded at this time. People in America had never seen or heard of coffee, rice, sheep, or cattle. The arrival of the Europeans changed a lot for people around the world. A large change is that horses were brought to North and South America. Horses gave people the ability to do more farming and to travel longer distances. Here is a chart that shows things that were traded from America to the Europeans and through the rest of the world, Africa and Asia, and items that were from Europe, Asia, and Africa and brought to the Americas. For example, things that we eat every day that were brought to America were like bananas, citrus fruits, coffee. Where would Starbucks be without the Columbian Exchange? And unfortunately and unknowingly, disease was brought to the Americas by the Europeans. So without knowing it, Europeans brought disease germs with them that had a terrible impact. Most American Indians had no defense against disease such as smallpox, measles, and malaria. An epidemic occurred, and unfortunately, devastatingly, a great number of people died. As we spoke before, there were different foods that were exchanged. It did help people with their nutrition and they were able to live longer. Another impact was on the economy. An impact on Texas was the cattle ranching. We see that a lot as you drive through West Texas. And Brazil, again, the coffee comes up. That is a huge part of South America. And the most fun fact that I learned through the Columbian Exchange is about tomatoes. Italian food without tomatoes. Until contact with America, Europeans had never tried tomatoes. They even thought they were poisonous. So where would our pizza be without tomatoes? Not only did it affect the Americans and the Europeans, but as we said before, Asia or China and Africa gained a lot from the Columbian Exchange. And like I said before, unfortunately, there were new diseases that were introduced to the Native American tribes. And it really decreased their population. Also, the population in central Mexico decreased more than 30% in the few years following the European exploration. Unfortunately, the Native American population continued to decline, and then violence broke out. So there were some positives and some negatives to the Columbian Exchange.